Welcome to Lauren, the Pecuniary Coach podcast, where we speak about life experiences, relationships, financial business, parenting, self-care, and more. Subscribe, like, and share to hear more juicy topics.
How are you? How are you, Mr.? How are you, Mr. Jeremy?
I'm excellent. Amazing as always. Yes.
Always.
How about yourself?
I'm good. So I just want to tell these people, how did you meet me? How do we know each other?
Us both being entrepreneurs, bigger fish in a smaller pond, it was inevitable that we were going to meet. And we clicked from the very beginning and just been cool ever since.
That's what's up. So yeah, we are the big fish, I would say. Not the small fish, we the big ones, right?
Right.
But you see, he got on the red like me, y'all. He trying to be like me. It's okay though.
Everybody knows red is my color. Who knows me?
So the whole reason why we're here today is to get another segment on the question that I've been asking all my guests, which is, what have your past relationship experiences taught you? Basically, the question is not hard. It's just something that you can say and share with everybody. What have you had happen to you, or a situation that you can speak about to give people advice to say, hey, this is something that I learned from this relationship. So you got the floor.
So first of all, to to put this into one specific answer or one item, I can't do that. It's just no way, because every relationship is a learning experience. So I've learned something different from every relationship. And that's just not just romantic relationships, but just general relationships, bonding relationships. It might be a business relationship. In fact, I try to seek to learn from every relationship.
Okay, so the thing is, Jeremy, with this whole ordeal, we have a lot of ladies that like to listen, and we want some advice from the sexy, fine individuals such as yourself, because I know you have some type of experience with the ladies. You can't tell me any other story other than that.
The first thing comes to mind is, so my father had a good friend who was actually president of Central State University, Dr. Arthur Thomas. And when he spoke in churches or other institutions, and he had this one thing that this one phrase or quote that he would use a lot as the basis of his speaking. And that is, romance without finance is nonsense. Now, I'm gonna say it again. Romance without finance is nonsense. And I can think of my poorer days when I was trying to court someone and knew that to take them to a 5-star restaurant, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense on my behalf. And then take a step, realizing, okay, well, if I can't do this gesture, then it did make me creative, because instead of doing the 5-star restaurants, I do a picnic basket in the park. Something,
Hey, you know what? Ladies love that more anyway, so you might get more when you go that route versus the other route. But go ahead, because the other route is so traditional. Everybody on that tradition. Oh, we could go to Outback, or we could go to the whatever, the little 5-star restaurant. But that picnic basket in the park, that might nail you something right there. But go right ahead.
So that was the first thing. Again, the basis is romance without finance is nonsense. If I can't really afford to actually court a female and genuinely demonstrate to her my interest through my gestures, even small gestures, being able to send a dozen roses or what have you, then chances are I don't need to be dating at that time. I need to be focusing all my time and energy in trying to generate the bread, the paper necessary.
So I have a question for you. You say, if you can't afford, what do you say that the budget is, or what do you feel is affordable? So for instance, to give these guys an example, what is it that you need to be able to afford a woman? Give or take. I mean, nothing. We just talking for fun now.
Mm-hmm. Well, so let me just say this. For myself, one of the lines of business that I have is property management. And I'm devastated by the number of brothers, young brothers in particular, that are living off of these women. Okay. It's staggering. And I guess maybe I was naive or didn't really understand until I began to see it household after household after household. Some of these young ladies, the light bulb click and they put these guys out. And then the guy called me back, hey man, you got another spot about to move in with my baby mama. It's like, come on, bruh. How about you get a job and move in by yourself?
Say that again for everybody to hear.
Get a job and move in on your own. You be the responsible party in your own household so you don't have to worry about a sister putting you out.
There you go. But you know how many times I've heard this story, Jeremy? On numerous of occasions do I know men, and actually not have I heard, but I've seen. Me being the pure canary coach that I am, I deal with a lot of finance. And I see these guys who send me statements trying to get approved for loans. Guess what's in their statements, Jeremy? A lot of deposits from women. Straight
Really?
Zales, Cash App, woman names out of crazy. These names is Crystal, Alexis. I'm like, these men live off women. That's crazy.
It is. It really is.
And
Really
they
is.
never have a 9 to 5 that I could see. It's all about hustling these women. But how could you, Jeremy, help the women to know if she's getting hustled?
So one of the biggest debates that I've seen is, what are you bringing to the table? That's been a point of contention between men and women. What are you bringing to the table? So in essence, it appears that people are looking for this mate to complete them. But whereas realistically, you should be bringing 100% of yourself to the table, and that person bring 100% of themselves to the table. And now you're operating on a 200% basis, not trying to put fragments together to make 100,
There you
So
go. That's knowledge right there. That's knowledge. Because a lot of people say, I got 50, you got 50. No. So we're going to change that whole aspect. You bring 100, you bring 100, that makes 200. Right?
That's right. That's it. That's the equation right there. If you're at 100, that means you operate on a half a tank. You need to be 200 is a full tank.
All right. So I just want to give these ladies some advice from a man. They say, basically, make sure you bring your 100, he bring his 100. Do you believe, Jeremy, this is just between me and you, the beliefs, I mean, when I say between me and you, when I say that, I mean, this is our debate right here. Do you believe that a man should pay for everything? Or do you believe that if they're living together, or do you believe that a woman should pay half and that man should pay the other half? How do you believe that? I mean, what is your beliefs with that?
So, every relationship and every situation is different. So I can't say that I have a rock solid position on that because things change. People's situation have changed. There has to be some flexibility as well as accountability. So, I've seen households where the husband might be carrying the load, but then the husband, his hours are cut at the job, or the wife may get a bonus, or not even just a bonus, but get a promotion. That's the word I was looking for. Might get a promotion. So now she's making more. So, they need to work it out. But again, those things shouldn't even come into play until the two are married anyway. Okay, this is just my position. I think this goes on both ends of the spectrum. You want your mate to be financially literate. That's first and foremost. They need to be financially literate. Is the person that you're dating, and these are critical questions. For me, these are first conversation questions. Do you operate off of a budget?
We don't need to be evicted. If I lose mine, can you help me out right here? Because we don't need the eviction, right?
Exactly. And I've heard women say, that's a personal question asking me my credit score. You know what that tells me? It's low. It's low. It's low. That's what that means.
Because if it's high, you go brag about it, right?
You're gonna say, I got a 725. What you got?
Yes, sir. I definitely know that. I am definitely the one that can talk about credit. That 725, actually, that's average. That's average, to be honest with you. But people
You,
don't even have an average score at these
is-
days. They 535. I see it all the time. 300s, 330s. It's like, what is y'all doing out here?
I thought you got a 350 just for having a name and social security number.
You do, but they name didn't do too well in the system. It didn't work.
Right.
But anyway,
Mm-mm.
so we gonna sum this up, y'all, today. We appreciate you coming by, Jeremy, and talking to us real briefly. But to sum all up everything, Jeremy feels like you have to have the financial ability to begin to even look at a woman, first and foremost. It's not 50-50, it's 100-100. So it makes 200%. And then not all to say at the end of this, you need to check out the credentials before you start something all in the beginning, right? Am I right with that?
Yep, that's it. You hit it in a nutshell. Absolutely.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have our expert right here. He's going to let you know everything. And you can also follow him if you like. He said he's not on social media, so you can't follow him. He's one of them incognegros. He's incognegro. But anyway, Jeremy, anything else you would like to say to everybody? Or you done?
So I am on social media. I don't post a lot. I'm working to improve my social media presence, but my IG is J Remy Frank. JREMYFRANK.
Now, don't be surprised you get them ladies trying to have you on that picnic at the park in your inbox. So, about Jeremy, you gonna take me on the picnic? I don't care how much money you got. Don't be surprised.
Fortunately, I don't have those financial problems anymore.
All right, all right. Well, that's what I'm talking about. All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks for the time.
You've been listening to Lauren the Pecuniary Coach podcast. Be sure to never miss an episode and stay connected on Insta at CCYA84, TikTok at Pecuniary Coach, Facebook at Lauren Marbury, or the Pecuniary Coach YouTube channel. Like what you hear? Subscribe, share this episode with your friends, and leave a review. See you next time with more juicy topics.